This is the last daytime sequence we're going to get in any part of Alan Wake, including the 2 bonus episodes, so enjoy all we can. Remember to buckle up, it's the law. I'm going to hop inside the car in the meantime. Now, if I remember correctly, behind us at the very beginning... Let's check down here. Yep, that's blocked. Let's go on up. To the top, to the top. Actually, I think you can read this sign over here, so let me see if I can read it here. So you can actually read the sign. There's some signs you can read. This isn't actually one of the ones we can read. I guess it is a map. But, hey, maybe there's a map with something to read on it. Let's go on through. Now, this sequence can be done super quickly. You just kind of have to follow the highway. But there's a few things to do off the beaten path, so I'm going to go do as such. There's also so much I want to look at, which is kind of dumb, but it's something which I enjoy for some weird reason. Let's continue going forward. I like how the car has like no license plate number because they can't put it there for reasons. Energizer, of course. This isn't the area to stop off. That's what I'm trying to look for. However, though, there is a little stop here, which will be our first immediate stop, to see if there's any manuscript pages. Manuscript pages, anything listed here? Majestic Motel. The phone number is that, but we're going to write it from there. There's the radio station that everybody in this town knows and loves that we've been listening to all this game as well. I'm going to get out of the car here to see if there's anything. My bet is that there's nothing, but we can take a look anyways. I might have already picked up all the coffee thermoses here is what I'm mainly trying to say. Since coffee thermoses are the collectible. Oh, actually. There's a shotgun and some other stuff. Alright, we even start with our revolver this time. Probably because nothing less to drop our gun last time. Nothing down these parts. There is actually a shed all the way down there. I'm gonna go investigate. It's off the main road, but yai. There was probably a coffee thermos here, but we can also get the supply stuff in here. Might as well get ourselves loaded up now when we need to be ready later. I'm still actually fairly impressed by the lighting in this game for a 5-year-old game, getting closer to 6 years old. The line still looks nice, for the most part. Catch your breath there, Alan. We almost are back to our car. Maybe I should have driven down the hill, but hey, it's not that far away. I'm trying to imagine how many of these machines would come alive if it happened to be nighttime here, so yeah. Let's go to this part. Gotta go back a little. And continue onward. Again, this is mainly just an area that there's a little few small spots that you can stop in for really no good reason. They're just kind of there. There's a shed with a farmhouse there. There's actually something else which I remember, which I want to go look for right now. There's signs of some things that were scrapped from the final game inside this version of the game. I think one of them is down here. Maybe it was over here, actually. Did I skip it? I'll just say what it is if I don't spot it, because I want to go my... Oh, actually, yeah, you can see it from here. See all those signs over there? Crop circles. Alan Wake originally had some UFO-related things that ended up in the main game, but some signs of crop circles remain in this part of the game. Anyways, let me climb back over. Yeah. If we can take a car, we might as well. Now time to go speeding down the highway. Running down the highway. I think there was a coffee thermos by that farm over there, but we're fine otherwise. And of course, the use for our car comes to a stop here. Too much wreckage.
The darkness had touched me. There was a link between us. Always would be. I could feel its presence again, getting closer.
I will, well, let's see. I don't want to use my flare gun at the moment, so, geez, I don't have my good flashlight anymore. Ow. See if we can do as we do here. Just want to dodge the axe at the moment. Ow. I'm just doing some basic dodging here. Not too bad. Not too great. There's a page over there, so obviously I'm going to go pick it up. Now, this is probably tied with Episode 3 as the longest chapter in the game. I wish I could pull up a map easily to show it, but we're trying to get from one side of Bright Falls to the other, and the road to get there can be a treacherous one. This is the final episode, though. Let's pick up the page and get ourselves started. The Dark Presence wants to stop Wake, obviously.
The Dark Presence was no longer trying to capture the writer so he could create the ending it wanted. The writer knew too much. He was too strong. And he carried a weapon left behind by Thomas Zane, something that could hurt it. Now, the darkness was doing everything in its power to simply stop the writer from ever reaching Cauldron Lake and the dark place it came from.
Well, through the road we go. We do have a car for this sequence, though. The shell posts cover quite a few miles, so take advantage. Basically, we're kind of on like the top part of the map of Bright Falls, and we need to get to the bottom part. We need to return to Cauldron Lake, but that's kind of a treacherous road, which is what we're going to be taking this episode. This also shows the most signs of Alan Wake at one point of being an open world game, which didn't come in Confrontation, so yay. Just going to knock through them like it's nothing. Just ignore them. They'll go away if you ignore them. There's actually a place to stop at here. I don't know if there's anything here, but I'll drive around a little bit to see if there is anything, or... I don't see anything immediately. Okay, I'm going to take it that there's actually not much here. It's just kind of a little step-off point. Run over that guy, because really, who gives a fuck? We should be arriving, I guess, at this first stop over here. It's the Majestic Inn. Nightingale was staying here. He mentioned it earlier. They also suggested the sheriff assistant, I forget the name of right now. She suggested that we don't stay here because of roaches. Let me kick it out. Oh, there's nothing that cans. Of course, I missed every shot. Hit with my last bullets there. I just wasted so much on that one. My aim was completely off. Here's Nightingale's office. Let's examine.
This had obviously been the room where Agent Nightingale had stayed when he hadn't been busy harassing me.
He ate big stuffers, read Hartman's book, drank booze. He had pictures of everyone around town around here, some revolver ammo. Look at all those pictures. Barry Wheeler, Pat Main, the bridge, the guy by the bus station, Rose, everybody. If you've read the Alan Wake files, there's also a slight reference here. You can see all these files stuffed inside the vent. That's a reference to the book there. Pick the stuff up in the meantime. And out.
Could have fooled me, pal.
They won't come in here, it's light. Ow. I'll pick these supplies for supplies. They're not being very kind. I'm breaking in here. They'll keep at distance as long as you're in the light. There's also a manuscript page. The Poet and the Muse, lyrics 1.
The Poet and the Muse, lyrics by old gods of Asgard. The first verse. There's an old tale wrought with mystery of Tom the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a life to the words the poet used. Now the muse, she was his happiness, and he rhymed about her grace, and told her stories of treasures deep beneath the blackened waves, till in the stillness of one dawn, still in its misty crown, the muse she went down to the lake, and in the waves she drowned.
Indeed.
Based on the signature in the motel register, Agent Nightingale had stayed here, in room number 2.
Yar. And inside here? Nope. There's something to read here, though. The Majestic Motel. General information. Refundable $100 security deposit is required on all reservations. No personal checks accepted. We take all major credit cards and bank cards. Checkout time is 10 a.m. No loud music, no pets. 1 vehicle per unit. Facilities are for registered guests only. No visitors are allowed on the premises after 9 p.m. No exceptions. We hope you enjoy your stay at the Majestic. If you're a senior or vet, ask about our discounts. They have very strict rules for a hotel, from personal experience. Yeah, that door was open the whole time. I could have just taken that. Well, the more you know later. Hold down the switch. What do I have? A hunting rifle? No, I'm not going to switch a hunting rifle for a shotgun. At least yet. I love the hunting rifle a little bit too much. Now, there were monsters here, and they probably haven't completely abandoned their search for us. I'm going to check around here because I feel like there might be a coffee thermos that I missed over here. Just for science. Nah, I don't think there's anything over here except the enemy coming over in the distance. I guess I'm going this way. Let's hop into this car. Oh, never mind. That car is kind of too old. Okay, I got this car. Take the brute exit. Made it. Perfect landing. Oh, continuing down the road, I guess. I'm gonna check behind here. I mean, we could have easily just hopped out of our car and crossed over this roadblock, but you know, reasons not to. Exploration of the hotel. Jeez. Driving off-road is never good for the health of your car. I'm kind of looking around, making see if there's any collectibles or not. Let's go on. Safe hill, obviously, to drop down. There's also a bridge blocking our way. With a tractor immediately coming right for us. So I'm going to take care of it. Ow. There goes part of my car. Oh dear. That was too much for Alan to take. Ugh. Could be so much better, could be so much worse. Well, at least we made it. Lost my car in the process, but we're close to the bridge anyway. Nothing in the back of this car. Sir. So this. I'm gonna go this way. Just rocking the boat here. Let my battery come back, please. There we go. Only a few more enemies on our road over here. Anything over here? No? We're good? I don't see anything over that direction, like any manuscript pages, so I guess it's time for us to cross the bridge, as man intended. Also, the light might be a good little place to get a checkpoint, so there we go. Let's start crossing over. Nothing, no supplies? Okay then. Actually, there's some supplies right there, speak of the devil. I was just thinking about you, Flare. It's only a single flare, but something. And of course, possessed objects from the dark. Nope. And nope. A bridge full of possessed objects. I mean, what's that over there? It's Flashing like a madman.
What the hell?
No. Ooh. Ow, tire. That was very rude. That thing's just going crazy. Thankfully, that's very low health because it's a little small object. I'll cross this way. Don't want to brush it. Everyone in the fridge might come alive and try to attack you after all. Ow. Fortunately, that was a bigger object, so it did have its effect on me, health-wise. Get a little bit of health back, and continue going this route. 2 for 2. Looks like I get some health back. Need to recharge my battery, though. You know what? Moving this way. Oh, jeez. This will turn out worse than it did. Oh, no. I got behind this car. Sure, I'll recharge the battery just for that. Anything else coming to attack? We're fine. Okay. Attack of the rubber tire. That's a guy taking off their health earlier, so that was okay. We should be almost off the bridge. Thought it was gonna be a U collection of things. The fridge I'm worried about. Well, thankfully I was taking care of the fridge. Packs quite a punch, it turns out. Then again, if I was hit by a fridge, I bet it packed quite a punch too. Da-da-da! Technology just hates me today. Out of the way of that. Fight back, Alan. Fight the technology. Oh, jeez. Don't get by this in the meantime. With that hit. With my battery recharge. That object. Life is back to us. There you go. Next up, we have Evil Dead inspired car to hop into. Let's go. I'll take advantage. We still got a long way to go to get to Cauldron Lake. Can I spawn these parts? Not particularly. Okay. Moving on back. So we ram this guy. There we go. There's a monster truck that's possessed. Well, I think I'll see what's gonna be happening here. No, monster truck, no! Let me circle myself back around. Oh no, I'm in a terrible position. I'm in a terrible position. No, sir, no. Not my beautiful car. Sir, no, 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 no. Suffer with my light like G did is what I'm thinking of right now, 'cause I'm dumb. See if we can simmer as much of his light off of this car as we can. There it goes. Oh, fuck my life. Well, time to head for that cabin that has light in it. Hope the monster truck doesn't get us in time. Yeah, I'm going in here. Thanks for the request, though. There's a scary monster truck outside. He wants to eat me. Let's see. From there. He's really trying to get inside this house. There's a few things for here for me. I'll take the flares and this page. The Poet and the Muse lyrics 2.
The Poet and the Muse, lyrics by Old Gods of Asgard, the second verse. The poet came down to the lake to call out to his dear. When there was no answer, he was overcome with fear. He searched in vain for his treasure lost, and too soon the night would fall. Only his own echo would wail back at his call. And when he swore to bring back his love by stories he'd create, nightmares shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Aye, aye. Well, time to use the other car I got access to. Round 2. Though he still has his lower health, so it's not a completely fair fight. I also know he's back here somewhere. There you are, sir. I'll just ignore you for a second and go over here because I hear some enemies coming behind us. There you guys are. Ram this one. Of course, there's guys behind us as well. Burning cars on top of burning cars, great. I hear a speeding guy, but I'm not gonna bugger at all with him right now. There's a house back here, and it probably has something in it. Alright. It's mainly for science, to see if there is actually anything. If it's closed, then whatever. Of course it's closed. I'm getting back in my car. Thanks for asking, though. I'm out. Out from Outsville. Keep going back. It might be the coffee thermal sign over here, but I think we're good. Let's continue. No, sir. Let's just drive and continue on this way. That car's on... No, I'm good. Let's drive. Yeah, collapse the bridge. Why not? Turn the light on. Ow. I think we're good. Thankfully that missed like an idiot. Let's stop here. There's some supplies here for me for certain. I'm not going to switch my gun right now. Yeah, I know the game wants me to. Actually, how much ammo? Okay, no, actually I'm going to use my shotgun and I'll go back for it. Let's go to the point of no return. If it's a point of no return, then I'll go back for my hunting rifle. Oof. There's some darkness right there. Just make all that go down. I don't need to kill all this darkness, but it's just a little... There you go. Finally. Let's get more of this stuff out of the way. Thought I'd take advantage of that. Alright. Couple hits off there, which means I'm going a little bit deeper. I'll pick up shotgun stuff. Revolver stuff. No, okay, fine. I'll wait till I get a hunting rifle later in the stage. The stage is long enough. I'll probably get one eventually. I want that flare, though. There we go. Of course, there's a guy sneak up behind. Make that a few guys, actually. Oh, I'll run a little bit through here in the forest tunnel. Flare. No, what am I doing? I don't know what Alan Wake did. Why did he reach for the ground? I was trying to use a flare. Let's pick up a couple flares. Actually, I should first start with this. So I can use that here at the beginning sequence. Right, I was like, wait, wasn't there a guy that came behind me before originally? Fucking goddamn, I shouldn't have tried. I got fucking overwhelmed. I just want to shoot the thing. If you wait till the last second, you could take care of all of them. It might just be easier because those things have low health anyways, but they're kind of the fast, annoying enemies with low health type of deal. Okay, the enemy I need to concern myself with is the one that comes over here. I should do it. By do it, I don't mean put me to my grave. I guess that works. Yep, this area to get rid of people try and go for me immediately. Fuck it! Ugh! I know this is nightmare difficulty, and this last chapter is probably gonna be a bitch on this difficulty, but I can be a little bit more intelligent and watch my back more often. I know they're coming there. In fact, I could probably just use flares to get to this whole tunnel sequence. This tunnel might be a bitch on the hardest difficulty. There's more enemies than I'm used to seeing. On top of the fact they do more damage than nightmare difficulties, so it's probably the smarter idea to try and focus and escape to the tunnel at the moment. There we go. Gonna pick some stuff up from all these areas. Stuff over here is the next stuff I want. The flare is such a hard one to pick up. There we go. Yeah, I was about to say there's guys I know coming behind me, but yeah. God fucking throwing guys on the right side of this one. Let's try and walk through here for a second. Make my way. If I get next to this explosive barrel, I should be able to protect myself a little bit better. part's gonna be a little tricky, but I can do it. Batteries there. No, 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 sirs. Okay. Going from there. Well, that one last batch did not go badly at all. That was a little bit of a struggle, but we did it. Manuscript page, The Trail of the Dark Presence.
The bottom of Cauldron Lake was a graveyard of things the lake had claimed in one way or another over the decades. The dark presence brought them up in its wake, scattering the rotten waterlogged hull of an old boat here, the remains of a long ago crashed airplane there, trees shattered under the impacts. The earth groaned. It didn't even notice.
Oh, Mother Nature is kind of ignorant. I say like human for some reason, unignorant. Anyways, let me hop inside here. Continuing down the road to Cauldron Lake we go. There's still a fair distance for us to go. Actually, wait. Back up there. Was there a shiny there, or was I imagining that like a crazy person? I think I was imagining it like a crazy person. Yeah, I'm just crazy. I say I'm crazy as I said drive through the forest because it's obviously the good way to use a car. Just getting stuck there a bit, but I can overcome it. Alan, don't drive off a cliff, but we'll go this way. I keep on thinking I see shinies, but I'm not sure if I actually am or am not. Well, I'm back on the road again at the very least. On the road again. Trying to go out of my way to see my bestest friends. I recall there being like a little side area off the main road, which I think is what I'm trying to drive for right now. I don't remember exactly where it is, but I remember that there was something around one of these parts. Well, actually, I think I see it right now. Manuscript page, I'm coming for you. This car is probably almost totaled. That's okay. Let's read this. Sarah and Barry in the well-lit room.
In the end, Barry wasn't going to shoot Sarah. They both knew that. Once she had no chance of catching up to Wake, Barry gave up the gun and sat down on the floor, shielding his face from the merciless glare of the well-lit room. "I don't think I'm ever going to see him again," he said in a weak voice. Sarah didn't have it in her to be mad at him. Besides, he was probably right.
Yay. Going on back. Let's see if I can overcome this over here. If I can't, then I'm abandoning my car. Oh. Well, I can overcome it. It's just going to take a little bit of extra work. There we go. Now to drive it up to these parts. We're entering inside a junkyard. Exactly what we needed. Tells me there's a shed here for us to use. Which means obviously let's park my car right here and do what I can. points over here to go to get my magical lucky charms. There they are, in fact. Let's go pick a few out. There's also another QR code here, actually. Hello, crowd. No, enough flares for defending well here. Hopefully I have enough batteries. Those aren't QR codes, they're just low-res textures that look like QR codes. Okay. Now, I hear another thing running around besides me, so I should probably be a bit wary. You could climb up there, but I'm gonna take the building. Oh, right down the stairs. Oh, I should have figured there was a guy coming from that direction. I really should have. Well, that was a close encounter, but we did it. There's a few more batteries. That's definitely what I sort of need right then, because I've been using a lot of batteries recently. Anything else down here? If you answered some more hunting rifle ammo. Ooh, hunting rifle, yes. Sure, I will most definitely switch back to you. You're my favorite gun in this game. Let's go on back up and press this. Opens the gate. And there's a guy. I was gonna say, we all knew there was a guy coming up behind me. And that's not the only one, apparently. Since they didn't have the finale close. What was the last one hiding off at? There's some more stuff I can collect here. Flare gun, flare stuff. Oh, page. The Poet and the Muse 3.
The Poet and the Muse, lyrics by Old Gods of Asgard, the third verse. In the dead of night she came to him with darkness in her eyes, wearing a mourning gown, sweet words as her disguise. He took her in without a word, for he saw his grave mistake, and vowed them both to silence deep beneath the lake. Now, if it's real or just a dream, one mystery remains, for it is said on moonless nights they may still haunt this place.
Alan was a poet and he didn't even know it. Alright, let's go back from there. Nothing else really here, so I guess I'm gonna hop back on down after I'm done shooting this can set. I'm just terrible at shooting those, apparently. Let's go on down. You're a car. You're probably in better health than the actual car I had before this. Let's go. The other car I had before this is probably almost dead. I think I'll see you shadow person trying to wait out there. Make that shadow people. Time to run a few things over. Ta-da! It's not good enough. I'll back up into this guy then. Here I come. Okay. That achieved. Let's go back on up. Maybe I get enough speed this time. Made it. We are in a literal junkyard. Wow, Wake, you've ended up in the pits. Oh, hee. Let's go that way. Anything? Well, driving on the way. How rolls. Let's try and take this ramp out this way. Hey, lifting cars, because why not? I think this is good to go. Is that manuscript page? What is that glowing thing over there? Let me go pick it up. Thomas Zane's last dive.
Zane cut its heart out, but it didn't die. The thing that wore Barbara's face kept crooning sweet nothings sugar-laced with poison. He put on the suit, untied the monster from the chair. The thing in his arms thrashed weakly, but he held fast. He stepped outside, off the pier, and into the dark water, a sinking pinprick of light descending toward a bottom that never came.
Yeah. Well, let's go up here and investigate. Here we are. There's a switch to press, or a generator to begin. It's got the smallest generator area yet. Oh, fucking... close. There we go. Turn something or another on over there. There's also some flares, which obviously means that we should pick up everything we can use and get back on down. Anything I need reloading? Apparently not. We're good. I'm going to save my flares and flashbangs and all that till a bit later. I'm not going to step under that, so... Let's take our car. Oh dear, oh dear. Take off as much of the light as we can. Let's take care of these two enemies. Just because. We're both turning around, sir. I should probably avoid you. Trying to shine my light to get as much of your health down as I can before I lose this car to make my life easier. Of course, there's an enemy sneaking up behind. Turning myself back around. Run into that guy so he's not a nuisance later. I'm enjoying my car battles. Come on, come on, there we go. Timing. I won this car victory battle. Hopefully next time I'll be doing just as well. Alright, so obviously what we opened up is right here, so yeah. Press the switch. I'll wait for this to rise as an enemy sneaks up behind us. See? Everything works out when you have a gun. That's what video games have taught me. I think I can get under pretty soon. Some more health in this part. Anything else to pick up? Well, there's a little nice area here with garbage cars all over the place. What a lovely place for a picnic next to fuming oils and whatever else is back here. Anything hidden back here? The answer to that inquiry is no. No, there is not. At least now we know. Alright, we're probably about halfway done with this chapter. I don't actually know if that's the exact percentage. It's just an estimate based off of my memory of this chapter. But yeah. We got another car to take us, so let's roll. Making our way to Cauldron Lake. Let's continue down the road. Twist in, turn around Cauldron Lake. There's only a little bit more to go. Any sights we see off the main road, of course, we'll investigate. Right now we see a cave, but it's on the other side of that cliffside. There's a light over there, which implies that we'll eventually go over that direction. We're taking the long way around. So that's Alan Wake's like middle name. It's Alan takes the long way around Wake. see anything important over there. Ta-da! Here I am. Collect the shinies, and we should be good. I got a little bit more room
When
for
I
some more
told Barry
stuff.
my plan back in the well-lit room, I'd acted as if I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I was operating on the shifting logic of a dream. I had to fight my way to the lake through the horrors of the night. I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in.
Alan, I think you're going to a padded room once this is all over. I'm just saying. Fortunately, that way is closed off, so sure, I will take the follow sign. But it could have just said follow off the cliff, but it does look like it's pointing towards the staircase, so yay. Inside we find another follow sign. Sure, I'll jump into the hole. What else would I do? No room for batteries? I think I'll disagree in just a little bit. Oh! Pushing! This is actually a new mechanic, surprisingly enough. Push it into place. You can let go by pressing E. Good to know. Remember, kids, you too can push things if you just press the left mouse button. There you go. I don't see any manuscript pages or coffee thermoses, at least. Unless because I'm blind, I'm missing everything, so... Which could very well be true. Turn some lights on. It's a good old ghost town. I am not picking up the shotgun. I will, though, pick up this other flashbang. I was just trying to climb on top of the barrels. That's so wrong. I'll also turn this light on. It's time to make a defensive state after I'm done checking these little buildings all about. This old building has nothing in it. Maybe I had a coffee thermos in it at one point, but no longer does. I will never give it. Oh. There goes the water tower. There's something in here. Oh, they're coming. Time to turn the lights on. There is also a chainsaw guy there. I can see him from the distance. Chainsaw guys have a lot of health. It'd be helpful. Healthful, if you will. If this could take off a lot of his health. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? No, 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 fuck no. Hi. Go pick up that stuff. And then push this out of the way. Yai. Got it. Let's continue on down the road. There's not a lot of gore in Alan Wake. This game's rated T for teens, sillies. I said that earlier. No. Anything through there? No. How about on the other side? Water tower explodes. Get the picture. I'll flash a few lights on. It's gonna come in the distance now. I will use this old light. I'll take care of what I can take care of. Turn the lights back on. I guess there's some stuff over here I can pick up. There we go. Now, while I do not want to get killed by him, I also, would like to survive, so... And that won't kill him, but we'll knock him around some. Darkness barrier. Give me a chance to reload, sir. It's not my shadow, and for a second I thought there was another enemy coming off to the side, but no, it's just my shadow. Well, that worked out. Shinies? Don't think so. I'll turn this light on just in case. Still need to explore the rest of the houses down the way, and there may in fact be more enemies that pop up, but maybe no more chainsaw enemies. Nothing in there. There might have been a coffee thermos in one of these buildings. I've already picked it up before. That is also a distinct possibility. Revolver. I need some more revolver ammo. Hunting rifle. Yes. I'm not going to switch to a shotgun. Thank you for asking. Okay, how about inside here? This is... Nope. There's a way out over here. Oh no, I see what's going on. Water tower's falling down. I also can use this here for the moment, so. I'll exit for a second so I can pick up all these supplies. Of course. I'm not surprised by this, I guess. On 9 difficulty, they throw 2 Chainsaw Maniacs at you this part. Of course they do. Here's a flare gun. It's not going to kill him, but it takes Hostile off his barrier, so... Not gonna kill him, but it's gonna knock them about a little bit. Ugh. Die already, please. No, 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 no. Of course. Give me a second, sir. Give me a second, sir. Oh no, dude. Oh, that worked out okay. Rather fun. Well, that was a little bit closer than I would have liked, but hey, we did it. We're fine. They're shadowy monsters. Now, let me check this through. Can we see any other supplies? No, I think there's not much here. There probably was a coffee thermos originally, but that means I've already got rid of it before. Go, Alan. Push like you've never pushed before. On account of this, I think this mechanics only exist in this one location, but whatever. Drop you off there. How about you? The dark place.
The dark place I found myself in was unlike anything I could ever have imagined. It wasn't solid. It flowed. It was conceptual and subjective. For someone else, an artist in another field, it would have been very different. I could sense the story of the manuscript all around me. The words and ideas floating in the air, poised to become real.
We'll get there eventually, but not yet. Da 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 da. Toss us off a cliffside. Da da da. Had to make use of a mechanic that didn't appear in the rest of the game. Down it goes. I didn't think there was anything over here, but just want to check. Of course, the only Alan Wake. I like to say it's his tweed jacket that keeps the chainsaws from stabbing right through his gullet. Oh, there's that. I was thinking, is there somebody standing there? Yeah, there was. Yeah, so they had that well, getting closer to Cauldron Lake, but there's still a ways to go there.
I could see Mirror Peak in the distance. That's where Cauldron Lake was.
There's also a shit ton of birds there. So that's also what you probably wanted to bring my attention to. the shit ton army of birds that is collected on the way to that single location you just named. Hello, bird. Give me a second. I'm collecting things. Flare gun. There. I'm gonna start expending my flare gun ammo pretty shortly. How do I get down? Down this way. Got it. I see. Oh no, I see what they've been building this up to. Don't think I don't see where this is going, because I see where this is going. Let me get out of here first. Excuse me, I was getting caught on that. Or actually, I can just go down here, can't I? Maybe I need to hop inside the thing? Maybe I was a glitch that was supposed to go over here, because I think I remember what you need to do here. I think you can jump back up. They need to allow you to go jump back up, but maybe I shouldn't stay in the middle if I want. Yeah, you can just jump back up. I was being dumb and I was staying in the middle where there's no platform, so I was falling. But I remember this now. Took me a second, but I remember this. The mechanic that they're introducing, they've been introducing it because they want to do something in just a moment, which they're going to do in just a second. Now, I remember they have to kick something down, if I remember correctly. Oh, wait, it's actually up here. They need to kick it down, right. It took me a second to remember this, but I remember it now. Drop the minecart. Release the brake. Let's go. Wake. Kitty ride. You see the birds coming towards us. The ride continues. Oh, that's a crevice, isn't it? I'll hop out. Last minute escape. Of course. Is there actually anything up here? There might be something hidden around these parts. I'm gonna glance. Oh, geez, birds coming. Excuse me. Excuse me. There goes a lot of my health. Give me a second, sirs. Well, Alan Wake recharge his batteries, and yep. I remember now. The birds! Not the birds! Did not mean to toss one of those. I'll place one of these down while I push this. Yep, this is the mechanic. I remember it. Because you want to use the push mechanic because the birds are coming in and attacking you. Pick up a flare. Yep. Oh. Push it off. Victory is Alan Wake's. Because he's a rider. I climb back down because there's a few more things I want to go do down there before I continue pushing that. Here we are. Light. Give me my full health back. There we go. And check around this area to make sure there isn't like a manuscript page or a thermos or something which I haven't already collected before. Oh, there's actually a supply crate over here. It's not exactly what I expected, but I'll take it. Let's buy a few supplies, actually. Well, I'll glance around these parts just a little bit. God dang it, birds. Take this way around. I was about to say these birds would be the death of me, and I almost walked off a fucking cliff as I was about to say that. That would have been perfect timing, but it didn't happen. And to be honest, I'm happy it didn't happen, but yeah. Okay. I should probably take the other way around, but I think I can see a way to make this work. Birds. Okay. So, the way I saw it work, now that I pay attention that I'm not getting flocked by birds everywhere. Go Go back here. Climb on top of this box. Jump over. Get away from that beam, and here I go. Let's take this out. Alright. Now I can cross over, now that I affirm there's nothing else over there besides that box there. Take the nice leap. You can still hear the crows having their good old crowy crow times. Crows just want to have fun. Pecking me to death, apparently. I'm on to your bird caw games. I bet they'll taste delicious on a burger. I'm going to ignore OCD for that stuff right now, because birds. Since I didn't exactly kill that pack yet, they're going to come back with more. What else around here? I'm going to continue going up the hill. There we go. They were able to get many more numbers, apparently. Oh. Excuse me, sirs. I was gonna walk over here and try and dodge that stuff, but yeah. Actually, flash grenade, flash grenade. Excuse me, sir. Okay. All the things to kill. I get closer to Mirror's Peak, please. Oh, I forgot about this stuff. Actually, the flash... Ow. I was gonna say, the flash grenade probably helped get rid of a lot of that stuff, but there's still a little bit that remains. I hear those birds. I'm going to ignore the birds until they decide to come attack me, so... The less birds I have to deal with in my life, the happier Orion I'll be. Oh, that door over there is definitely open, and I'm going to, of course, go check it out. Let's go inside. A little bit of health back inside here. We should be okay. In here, there's some supply stuff there. Cool is cool. I might go using my flare gun a lot, because I got 10 flare gun shots, so I might as well go a little bit crazy with it, splurge a bit. Nothing back there. Seems like we're fine. If there's only like one enemy coming at me, then obviously I can use something else, but you know. More birds having their fun bird times. I was thinking we didn't have enough woods to walk through. Seems the game agreed. Through the fog. Let's see what's down here. I had a few visitors in there. These things don't attack drastically, so... I just missed that entirely. Oh, jeez. Let me get this charged up. Okay. Generator in place. Only Speedy Gonzales can stop me now. A good use of a flare gun. It gets rid of them instantly. If you can hit them, but you should do it when they're stopped and all that. Can I ignore the propeller stuff? There's another collection of them. Yep, I'm not wrong. Well, I'll go this way at the very least. jeez, oh jeez. That'll help with that guy. Get my health back, get my health back. Use a flare to get through the forest. Let's reload this for the forest run. That tree's on fire. How unfortunate. Just what I need, more speedy Gonzales. I'm gonna hop inside here. Oh, it'd be easier to go in there from the other direction. Okay. Flashbangs and other things. Alright, next one I'm gonna use a flashbang on because I have several flashbangs as well. Hear at least one more speedy guy. We all hear him. Hope that killed him. Let's go. Oh, hi, sir. God fucking damn it. Maybe I can use this to my advantage. I can hope that worked. Oh no, no, hit the button, hit the button! Okay. That barely worked. Okay. Well, that could have gone a lot worse. Well, getting close to the end of the normal end of the game, so we're close to Mears Peak. That's rolling down the hill. Emma has a huge misunderstanding about the Fatal Frame game. She's convinced that they're groping simulators, but she doesn't really know anything about them. Just ignore her on that one. There's some cases where she's right about things, but in this particular case, having played 3.5 of the Fatal Frame games, I can attest she's definitely wrong. But, that said, there are some fan servicey elements in the game, so I wouldn't recommend them for her anyway, but she has some contrived vision of the games just being sexual simulators, or something weird like that. And I understand that they're very popular for very different reasons.